Hey, my Liptons. So there was a lot to talk about. There's a lot of pop culture news. I wasn't able to include the Katy Perry segment because I felt like I was gonna go off on just everybody's opinions about the whole Katy Perry thing. But I was like, you know what? At this point, it's been about maybe 2 weeks now. Let me just leave it as it is. Let's talk about the news of honestly, I feel like there's been a lot of news like today, yesterday, and the day before. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about Kendrick, Mr. Boogeyman himself, Mr. the Boogeyman of hip hop himself, Kendrick Lamar. Okay, there's some exciting news with him. I want to briefly talk about Jordan Woods and Selena Gomez. I want to also kind of get into Taylor and Travis Kelsey, and also briefly discuss Megan Thee Stallion and her new boo, and as well as Zayn Malik. Before I continue on with this video, let's please subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. We are almost at 900 subscribers. Thank y'all so much, and let's get into this video. First, let's talk about Kendrick. Let's talk about Kendrick because Kendrick, as usual, is bringing the chaos, bringing in the hype, bringing in the mayhem, like the boogeyman that he is. Okay, certified boogeyman. I'm the one that upped the score with him. Okay. No, not like us, okay? Kendrick Lamar, child, Rock Nation is doing their big one, I guess, this year. So it's been announced that Kendrick Lamar is going to be the headliner, the showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He's going to be headlining the Super Bowl for 2025. He will be the headliner. He's also the first ever rapper, which I'm very surprised about. He's the first rapper ever to ever headline the Super Bowl. At first, I thought that, the whole Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, because I also know Kendrick performed with him and Eminem, but I think because that was a group, and I think also Mary J. Blige was in that Super Bowl performance too. So I think that must have been different. But I guess as a solo act, Kendrick Lamar is the first ever rapper to headline a Super Bowl. This is major. This is major. Like I said, shout out to Ken. This is a great look for him. I mean, of course, if you're talking about these OV hoes, these Drake crybabies that are on the internet, contrary to popular belief, Kendrick Lamar has been out here for a long time. He's been popular for a long time. Kendrick Lamar, I would say, has been popular since I was I feel like Kendrick Lamar has been making noise since I was in high school, middle school. Kendrick has been outside. I remember vividly, it being talked about as far as his Control verse, about him going after other rappers on the Control song. So it's we've been hearing about Kendrick, and then of course, Kendrick has had legendary albums, very solid work. And for him, this is a great year for him. Honestly, we just got to keep it a stack. 2024 has been a great year for Kendrick Lamar, and it seems like 2025 is also about to be a great year. I think someone said that the Super Bowl is actually going to be a week after the Grammys, and I know for sure, I believe it at least, that he's going to, submit Not Like Us or maybe Euphoria, one of those two songs at least, because those are my two favorite songs out of the whole these diss tracks. He's definitely going to put Not Like Us to be submitted for the Grammys. And honestly, if Kendrick Lamar wins the Grammy for Not Like Us and then he goes on to perform the Super Bowl the week after, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be nonstop press, nonstop, just like the hip-hop news is going to be crazy. So definitely, I want to get out as far as congrats to him. And I think that people are forgetting too, Kendrick Lamar is a performer. Y'all need to get into Kendrick Lamar's stage presence, his stamina. He really, really performs his behind off. Even when you look at the Pop Out concert, his stamina, it's he didn't even need the dancers. He was you were hyped when he was there. Unlike these other rappers that be out of breath as hell, just jumping around on stage, Kendrick Lamar actually has really, really great breath control. He doesn't sound out of breath. He doesn't sound like he's tired. He's always on point. This is a great look. And people are like, oh, what we wanted, and I think I saw something on Pop Base that, oh, we wanted it to be a woman. Listen, let him perform. Let him do his thing. I think that it's a great look. Kendrick Lamar is going to get the crowd hyped. He's going to make sure that we are entertained. And I think it's only, 15 minutes worth of performing. From start to finish, we are going to be entertained, okay? So I cannot wait. Now let's get to the controversy side because I knew it was coming. Y'all, so when it was announced that Kendrick Lamar was to be the headliner for the Super Bowl, immediately in my mind I thought, oh, these Young Money, Lil Wayne fans are gonna be upset because the Super Bowl is taking place in New Orleans and Lil Wayne is from New Orleans. And look, it like clockwork. Okay, so apparently this is Lil Wayne's engineer. He wrote on his Instagram stories, confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all, inspired. Will never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decisions. So, of course, I already knew it was coming. This was just the beginning. Of course, his engineer, I did see Master P's bullshit-ass statement that he put out. Listen, someone said this on Twitter, and I agree. They said here, Beyonce didn't perform in Houston. Usher ain't from Vegas. Bruno Mars ain't from New Jersey. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. Also, another thing. Y'all ain't talk about Wayne. Oh yeah, we have to be honest about this. I also saw something, and there's no shade to Lil Wayne. They're saying that he's at tour right now and that he's struggling to sell tickets at his tour. Okay, like a bunch of other rappers, cough cough, Sexy Red. So it's like y'all want Lil Wayne to perform, and in a way too, I can see why people are like, oh well, it's his hometown. So I get it, but it's like at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar is not the one that picks that makes these decisions. It's, I guess, quote unquote Rock Nation, even though I think that if I'm going to be for real, I think that Rock Nation is the one that's consulting, and the NFL at the end of the day are the ones that really choose who they're going to allow to perform on their stage. At the end of the day, the NFL is a huge platform. The Super Bowl is not just a place where you're only performing for one specific demographic. You're performing for all demographics when you're on the Super Bowl. So I think that the NFL definitely made a very careful decision, and they looked it up, they did their research. They're like, who is going to bring eyeballs to our product? Let's be very clear. While yes, I did grow up with Lil Wayne, I grew up with him back in elementary school, his music. Wayne has not, like, yes, he is a part of, hip hop, the legacy of hip hop, so forth. But if we're going to sit here and lie to ourselves saying that Lil Wayne is going to bring eyeballs to television or eyeballs to the NFL, eyeballs to the Super Bowl, that is not the case. Y'all already know Kendrick had a victory lap from the beginning of this year going on still now. He just had a pop-out concert, a very successful pop-out concert. These people, these higher-ups are seeing that. And they're like, they made a business decision. They're like, we need as much eyeballs on our product as we can. So they're like, you know what? We're going to have Kendrick Lamar come and perform for our thing because Kendrick Lamar is the most talked about rapper of 2024. And we're just going to have to be honest about that. So last time I checked, I honestly have not listened to a Lil Wayne song in so long. And it's no shade, but it's the truth. And plus, he's allegedly not struggling to sell tickets for his tour. Like, y'all need to be honest. The reason why y'all have an issue with this is because, one, Kendrick went after y'all's favorite pop star, Drake, the cosplayer. He went after y'all fave. He went after the BBL Drizzy himself. That's why y'all are mad. Y'all are also mad that Kendrick is cool with Jay-Z. And by the way, there's this whole Jay-Z, but that's a whole different conversation with this whole Jay-Z thing. But, people also feel like, oh, Rock Nation is conspiring and they're conspiring all these dumbass conspiracy theories. At the end of the day, I think that, one, Kendrick has always been cool with Jay-Z and the Rock Nation people. Like, even before this beef, like, come on, how many collaborations has Beyonce did with Kendrick Lamar? Like the song on Freedom and Lemonade, and then she also put him on the remix of America Has a Problem. Like, Beyonce clearly loves, like, this Kendrick Lamar is Beyonce's work husband. Okay, I know. Yes, Beyonce. Jay-Z is her husband, but this is also her second work husband. Okay, so they been had a relationship with each other. Also Beyonce too also put the DNA instrumental in her Coachella performance. So it's like the Carters are fans of Kendrick. I actually think they prefer Kendrick over Drake. Also, I understand, yes, there are people going to be like, oh, well, yes, it's New Orleans, so they could have brought Lil Wayne out. And while, yes, Lil Wayne might not bring the eyeballs, he can do a whole Young Money, like, reunion thing where he brings Drake out and he also brings Nicki out, which will bring the numbers up, because Drake also has a big fan base. Nicki also has a solid fan base. So that I can understand, but at the end of the day, we also got to be honest, too. Nicki has been taking shots at Rock Nation, has been taking shots at Jay-Z, has been taking shots at Beyonce. That's number one. And if the Carters are gonna pick a side between this Kendrick and Drake beef, they're gonna pick Kendrick's side. I don't think Jay-Z has ever really liked Drake, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's ever really liked him like that. So it's like, why would he? I mean, I get it business wise. Yes, put your feelings aside and do it for business. But like I said, Kendrick had the victory lap of the year. So they were like, you know what? We're going to go for the newest sauce, even though he's not new. But, we're going to go for one of the big threes, the big me of the big three. And that is Kendrick Lamar. Period. At the end of the day, these Drake fans can cope and soap and do whatever. At Master P, shut the fuck up. Focus on, selling your cereals. Mind your business. At the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar is going to be performing at the Super Bowl. The decision has been made. It has been written in ink. It has been stamped. It is what it is. And I think we're going to enjoy ourselves. At the end of the day, I think that when you are Kendrick Lamar, you are a polarizing figure. And I think Kendrick is comfortable in that. He's comfortable in being a polarizing figure. That's the reason why he is the boogeyman of hip hop. Point blank period. Point blank period. It doesn't matter who's mad about this. I will tell you who's not mad about this. That is Rihanna. Once Kendrick Lamar announced that on his Instagram, she was probably one of the first celebrities to go like that picture. And y'all know Drake has been taking shots at. Oh, that's another thing too. Drake has been taking shots at Rihanna for a long time, which is caused this whole ASAP Rocky Drake beef. So it's like, that's the part. This is the part where I don't understand. It's like y'all wanted y'all favorite BBL rapper to be at the Super Bowl, but it's like Drake has been, taking shots at Rihanna, who is the artist of Jay-Z, literally. Been taking shots at Megan Thee Stallion, throwing shade at her, who is also under the management of Rock Nation. You have, Nicki Minaj, throwing shots at Jay-Z, throwing shots at, Rock. So it's like, y'all are saying, they're not using logic when it comes to this. And while, yes, Lil Wayne has nothing to do with it, but damn well Lil Wayne is going to want to bring Drake and what's the phrase? Nicki Minaj on stage. At the end of the day, I think that Rock Nation made a great decision. I think that, like I said before, Kendrick Lamar is a performer, so he's going to entertain us for the next 15 minutes. So we have no other choice but to stand for that. The theatrics are going to be on point. Listen, if he performs not like us, here's before I get off this topic, here's the problem though with this and this whole and this is why in a way too, while I'm happy that Kendrick Lamar is the first rapper to, headline the Super Bowl and all those different things, but I also have to be honest too. This is going to be on national television. It's the Super Bowl. There's not like his own concert. So it's like he's gonna have to bleep himself. He's gonna have to instead of saying certain words, he's gonna have to include. That's the only part why I don't like when it's like when these rappers are on, mainstream television, quote unquote. It's like they have to censor themselves, and and in a way it kind of ruins the songs. So I don't know how. I mean, these are rappers, so these people are pros at censoring words, but that's the only thing I'm not gonna like. So it's like if he's gonna perform not like us, first of all, he's gonna have to censor the word pedophile. He's gonna have to censor the word 69 God, freaky ass N-word. Like there's a lot of not so good words in Not Like Us. So in a way, I think that he might not even perform that song. Who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. We'll have to see. But anyway, y'all, tell me what you guys think when this comes to this Kendrick Lamar's situation and this whole them wanting Lil Wayne, even though I think that it's manufactured outrage because it's Kendrick Lamar. Next, I saw this. So I reported on this. What early was it? Earlier this year or last year? When it was when I the whole pictures went around that Kylie and Jordan Woods have reconciled, I guess. And I gave my thoughts about it. Y'all can go to my pop culture talk playlist and type in Ronnie Lipton, Jordan Woods, Kylie Jenner. I discussed that I believe that they're going to use it for a storyline, and I did see the clip where Kylie did kind of talk about Jordan twice, I think in 2 episodes. Yeah, to Chloe, of course, because they had to use it for a storyline. And then I saw this, I was like, okay. Listen, I think, like I said before, I think that I don't even think it's better than any, like, to me, I think that Jordan Woods, well, she's an adult, she can make her own decisions, but I just think that, Kylie and what her sisters did, to ruin your reputation. Not to say that, Jordan Woods is absolutely innocent for what happened, but Kylie did not go to bat for you when you were going through what you were going through. In fact, she joined in to when Chloe was, kicking you down, just, insulting you, saying that you're the reason why her family is broken up and so forth. And, Kylie said on national television that Jordan hurt my sister, so I'm going to choose my sister. So it's like, her and her sisters were kicking you while you were down. You were kicked out the doghouse. Well, I mean, you were kicked to the doghouse. And I think that, it seems, and of course, as usual, Black people are going to accept Jordan Woods and, coddled her and so forth. And now that, honestly, the Kardashians actually got more of the backlash for what happened in the whole Tristan and Jordan Woods situation. They saw that, and I think that Kylie, yes, I do think that Kylie did love Jordan as a friend and so forth, and, was hurt. But Kylie also chooses her family first. So it is like, Jordan, while yes, you're my sister, you're my quote unquote, bestie, whatever, but you're not my family. So I just think that, but then again, they have been friends they reconciled last year or something. I would say they have been keeping their friendship on the low. It hasn't really been posted around, and she didn't make an appearance on the Hulu show. Maybe I guess they're trying to take a different approach with this. I just think that I don't know. I think Jordan was made a mistake of, like, I can understand, yes, y'all can forgive each other, y'all can, say y'all are sorry, but you can also love someone from a distance. And I think that after everything that has happened, and mind you, even still after the Jordan Woods situation, Chloe took Tristan back. And Kylie with all this time to get to reconcile with. It's just like, girl, all I know is that I don't want to hear anything as far as like, anything bad happening or y'all falling out or whatever. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. Just keep it on, on some like, here, yeah, we'll post here and there, but then, we won't really, do any collaborations or anything like that, And plus, I feel like Kylie needs Jordan more than Jordan needs her. That's another reason why I feel like Jordan is being used. But then again, it's Jordan's choice. She's an adult. She can choose to be friends with Kylie. But it's like Kylie too, lately, I would say the past year and a half, her name hasn't been buzzing like that. Her name has not been buzzing like that. And then the whole situation with the whole Selenagomez thing. And then, I thought that Kylie needed a look. And of course, the whole Timothy Chalamet thing kind of helped her a little bit. And now her being back close or besties with Jordan Woods also makes her look, PR-ish. The PR is PRing. But, I mean, to each his own. So we'll see what happens with this little dynamic. And, hopefully the friendship lasts a lifetime, I guess. Speaking of Selena Gomez, so I saw that Selena Gomez became. I guess there's now. Is it confirmed? They're saying that Selena Gomez is a billionaire now. Selena Gomez has been, in her business bag, been doing her makeup and I think she's on that show, some show on Hulu. I haven't watched it, but she's on the show there with Steve Martin, I think. But yeah, she became a billionaire. Now listen, if y'all know my politics, y'all know that I want to tax all these billionaires. So while yes, congratulations to Selena Gomez being a billionaire, at the same time, y'all need to be taxed. There should be no billionaires. Okay, trickle down your wealth. The fact that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer during these times, during inflation times, is crazy. Tax the rich. Y'all know what to do. That's all I had to say for this segment. Because when I saw billionaire, I was like, oh my god, girl. Like her, Rihanna, all these, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, who else is a billionaire? Y'all all need to be taxed. Y'all all need to be taxed. And the wealth needs to be distributed. No pun. Okay. At the end of the day, us the fans fund y'all lifestyles. We're only asking y'all to give just a small percentage to trickle down to the communities. That's it. That's all. But yeah, Selena Gomez has been doing her thing, and she's been doing her movie, her acting stuff. So that's definitely good for her. I haven't seen any of her acting as of late. But yeah, I think I might check it out. But yeah, so shout out to Selena Gomez. But yeah, we definitely need a taxi, girl. You don't. Ciao. Speaking of Selena Gomez, let's talk about Taylor Swift for a little bit. So listen, okay. Before this, right? I think when was it? It was like a day, maybe 2, 3 days ago. I was like, Taylor Swift and Travis. I feel like Travis Kelce haven't been seen with each other for a minute now. Or is it just me? So I was talking to somebody like that. I think someone from my job. I was talking to them about it, and they were like, "Oh, And then I saw a video from this YouTuber. I don't want to say her name, but because it's whatever. But I saw a video from a YouTuber. And she claimed that apparently, and listen, disclaimer, before I even say anything, I actually want these two to actually work out. I actually want them to get married. I actually want Taylor to get married. I want him to get married. So it's like, I actually do hope that this relationship is true and so forth. But, we are a gossip channel. So let's get into some gossip. I was watching this YouTuber and she was saying that apparently there's this PR firm that is representing Travis Kelce, I believe. And apparently, some paper, and this is allegedly, some paperwork leaked or some contract leaked that Taylor and Travis, did this PR, like a contract. And it's basically as far as the time frame from their relationship on the start date of the relationship, and apparently the relationship is going to end around September 28th or something like that. And then both Travis and Taylor's teams are going to release a statement. Oh no, are gonna give the media 3 days to report on it. And then Travis and Taylor are gonna release their statements, talk about, those statements please respect our privacy, blah 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 blah. So that's what they're gonna do. But then I guess Travis's PR firm ended up denying that contract is real, that somebody fabricated a contract, whatever. Here's my thing. Do I think that Travis and Taylor Swift's relationship is real, that this is actual, there's something that, they're both each other's types? Maybe I actually do think that Taylor, I don't know, sometimes it's just looking at someone's dating history, you're like, okay, this is, Taylor's definitely different from the other girls that Travis has been linked to. So that part is okay, so you went from those girls to Taylor Swift, who, as far as with your history, you've never really been involved with someone like that. And then it's obviously when you look at Taylor Swift's history, Travis is, not technically like as far as like the men that she's dated in the past. So it's like I can understand why people feel like, okay, like these two people who aren't each other's types, who aren't, as far as like dating history wise, have never, she's never been with a jock in the past, and he's never been with, I guess, a white girl in the past. I don't know. So I can see why people think that this could be a PR relationship, and then on top of that, it's no shade. Even though I do think their relationship is real, I also still have to be honest. I do think that Travis Kelce is benefiting more out of this relationship than Taylor. Just based on like the movie deals. Like I'm like, but like I just saw it the other day that Travis is gonna be starring in some film. I think some Ryan Murphy film or something like that. And I'm just like, is he even an actor? Like, has he ever acted in anything? So he's getting all these deals, all this stuff. And of course, I guess you can say yes, Taylor's also somewhat benefiting a little bit from it, the relationship, but I would say more so Travis is than her. I think Taylor has always had her fans. Travis is just, a football player. So, and, also just based on like the revenue that the NFL has gotten through this relationship. So I can definitely see why people feel like this relationship is PR. I do. And I can also understand that like this hoopla all of a sudden, it's like, don't get me wrong, people have always been interested in Taylor Swift's relationship, but like this feels different. Like, I don't know, like just as far as like in the beginning of this year and still ongoing, like the way that people are extremely obsessed with these two and they're just in the mainstream media. Like, I mean, and I'm not saying that her past relationships have not also been, because don't get me wrong, I do remember when she was with Calvin Harris, and that was also, somewhat big, but this one feels a little bit bigger. That's how I'm like, is it giving business deals? Is it giving like, let's do this out of the benefits of like our different, careers and in our career paths and so forth. I still think I would say like 70, maybe 75% of me believes that this relationship is real, that they are truly a couple. And then there's this other part where I'm just like, I can see where this is PR-ish. I can definitely see where this is coming from. And plus, if that contract is real, okay, let me just say this. If that contract was real, I know for sure now, they probably ripped that contract up, because now it was probably leaked. I mean, it was leaked, and, they gave a date about, September 28th to end the relationship. And now probably they're making up a new contract. Maybe let's push it back to, let's push it to October, November, December, maybe the new year. Who knows? But I don't know. Someone did say on Twitter a while back, this was like months ago, they were like, shit. They were like, if Travis Kelce, it was after the Super Bowl, they said if Travis Kelce ends this relationship, the NFL might have to kill him. And I'm not advocating for Travis Kelce to get killed, okay? I'm just, it's a joke. But like, because let's be honest, y'all, this relationship brought a lot of revenue to the NFL. So it's like, if this relationship is no longer beneficial to the both of them and they end it, how's this going to look like for Travis Kelce? Where is he going to go from here? But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, most of me feels like the relationship is real, but then again, I can also see what other people are coming from when they say like these are the reasons why it gives PR, and I can see that. I can see where people are coming from with that. It's that part of the argument is also believable, is what I mean to say. But listen, I hope they get married. I actually do hope that they prove me wrong, prove everybody wrong, and I hope they're true. I like to see Taylor as a bride. Enough with the dating. Walk down the aisle. like I want to see her in the white, I would like to see that. I hope she does get married. I hope they, get, who knows, maybe if he wins the Super Bowl again, he can, pop the question to Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. That would be nice. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see where this relationship goes from here. Also, okay, before I go, because I just thought about it, I also think too the reason why people think it's for PR is because like Taylor Swift's past relationship, the one with Joe Alwyn, it was so private. You know what I mean? It was so private. That's why we're just like, where did this like hoopla, thing come from with the mainstream media and just involving themselves in that. But then again, could it have been a Joe Alwyn call where he was like telling Taylor, listen, I don't want anything public. It needs to be, our relationship needs to be low key, needs to be private, and she respected that. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Taylor does enjoy people, the mainstream media being her personal business. Maybe that's why they didn't work out. So we'll just have to wait and see. Is this the last topic? Oh no, it's not. Speaking of relationships, I did see that Megan Thee Stallion is with some basketball player. I never heard of this guy before. Here's the thing, cause I hope that Megan Thee Stallion is vetting these guys that she's with, or because she's still young, so it's like that's why for me it's like I don't get why people get upset when they see her, or like they see the other girl, what's her name, Lori Harvey, them dating around and stuff. It's like, so like let them, they're young, let them date. However, with Megan Thee Stallion, I do hope that she is vetting, because let's be very clear, she has not had a great past when it comes to her past relationships, whether that be friends with benefits, whether that be, on her boyfriend sides of things. It's like she needs to be vetting. I do know for sure that Megan Thee Stallion is no longer going to be dating anybody within the music industry. That I know that much because she actually admitted it. She's saying that she's no longer going to be with rappers anymore, which I think is good, because I think now, and unfortunately, these guys are just like chatty patties. They love kissing and telling now. So it's like, I think that, yes, I think that's a good thing that she's no longer dating within the music industry, because one, she has not found love within the music industry at all, and there's always been some drama, and there's also led to court cases. So, but I also think that too, with a basketball player, I'm like, basketball players also come with some drama too, no shade. There's a different kind of drama, basketball players, so I do hope that she vetted the guy, and he has her best interests at heart, because let me be honest with y'all, I don't want to hear it if something goes wrong and it's like, oh, he knows what happened. It's like, girl, vet these guys, so yeah, hopefully it goes well and we'll see what happens. But she is definitely done with the rappers. She says she's no longer gonna be fucking the rappers no more. But yeah, so we'll see where this goes. And I hate to say this, but I don't see this lasting either. I don't see this lasting either. I don't like, I think, I don't know. Megan Thee Stallion needs to not be with ballers or rappers. I think she needs to go outside of this world of things. You know what I mean? She needs to go outside of like the industry and find it elsewhere, because I don't think, like I said before, these dudes are chatty patties, and they, they're just, guys are just not what they used to be anymore. So either way, and that's no shade to the guys that follow me and that are subscribed. Love y'all, but y'all know the typical the music industry guys and these basketball player types. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this relationship. Lastly, I want to talk about Zayn. It's no shade. Not that I want to have anything significant to talk about, but I just think that this beard looks so fake on him. And I know it's his hair. It's Zayn's hair, and I know it is, but I don't know why it looks so fake. Like it looks like he just glued this beard on his face. Like he looks crazy here. And I usually like Zayn with hair, but it's like this beard is something he needs to do something with it, because it's like. But I am glad that he grew out his hair on his head. I think he looks way better with hair on his head. But the beard, and I like me a good beard, but I just feel like the beard looks fake. I don't know, maybe he needs to shave it off a little bit on the chin section. Don't know. But yeah, he was over there in Fashion Week. He's I guess Zayn is trying to be back on the streets. Let's see what happens with that. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that. But those were the topics for this video. I know this video is probably long as hell. I'm gonna end it. So y'all tell me what you guys think in the comment section below on each segment. Tell me how y'all guys feel. And I'll talk to you guys. Well, one, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. I thank y'all so much. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.